If you can't see it at all, you can put a little more pigment in there. I am really lightly, you probably can't even see it from where you are, very, very lightly putting in my outline. I'm drawing with my paintbrush. There are some areas where those leaves are gonna go, so I am going to try to remember to leave those blank. Try to draw or paint what you see and not what you know. In your mind, you have a picture of what you think a flower looks like. Try to paint what you see in the picture. If you don't like my picture and you want to paint your own flower, then make sure you have a picture in front of you. I'm gonna darken that just a little bit so you guys can see it. Oh, you could see it already. Oh, it's really too dark for my taste, but that's a good start. I've outlined it, and now I'm gonna kind of individualize my petals. This is much what you guys have done before in the past, I'm sure. Now I've got this little area where that leaf is gonna go, so I'm gonna try to outline it so I remember to leave that there and not get it wet. Okay, so now my next job is to start adding more pigment. This time I am going to start by watering down this little area here so you guys can see. I'm watering down my paint, and I'm gonna start to real slowly bring in the darker areas. Well, let's look. This is darker. This is darker. Do you see this lighter area? Guess what? You have highlights in your flowers. Those are the light areas. If you show that in your painting, you are going to be able to have a more realistic flower. Now, because we are learning from an example, you are using somebody else's painting, finished painting, to learn from. I found that that's easier for my starting students. If you are doing this on your own, which you will in probably a week or so, you will go from an actual photograph. For right now, we're looking at the other artist's rendering. And their rendering, it shows certain highlights and dark areas. So I want you to be able to learn to show highlights and shadows in your flowers just like mine. So right now, I'm just blocking in some areas. I did not paint the whole thing one color quickly. Why I did not do that is because I don't want you to simply color in or paint in a flower. I want you to begin to see the many different colors and details. Right now, I have a real basic color. I'm gonna pause my video, let you catch up, and then I'll show you the next step.